come to lie down on your back. And have a towel near you, large, long towel that we'll use as a strap. When you lie down on your back, you can use your blanket for your head and neck. And just to center, make sure you're in a comfortable lying position. Your knees can be bent. I always like to have my knees bent, my feet wider than my hips, even as wide as the mat. And relax your hands. Maybe you want to have your hands on your lower belly, maybe your arms along your sides. So as you're lying down this way, just settle onto your back. If you need to make any adjustments, for example, you maybe lengthen the skin of the lower back towards the tailbone so you feel your lower back a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more flat against the floor. You can also draw your shoulder blades more into your back so you also feel your upper back against the floor. Those little adjustments can help us to feel a little bit more centered, physically first and then mentally. Feel a little bit more settled. And just notice the breath. Feeling the opposition of the breath. During this practice, we'll feel how the body works in oppositions. So when you inhale, obviously the inhalation, we're breathing going inward, and yet you may feel the belly, the chest rising up. And when you exhale, you feel the belly, the chest releasing down, and yet the breathing, the exhalation goes up the spine and leaving the body. So notice if you can feel that opposition between the body and the breath. Even though they work, it feels they're opposite, they work together. And this is what yoga is about, meaning union with the body, the breath, the mind. So stay with the breath for a minute or so. Again, when you inhale, maybe just focus on the breath instead of the body if it gets too much. You're going to inhale, just feel the breathing going inward into the body, maybe resting on the belly or the chest or the rib cage. And when you exhale, feel the exhalation leaving your body but going upward. And now you can bring your feet a little bit closer in if your feet were apart, like me. And you can stretch your arms over your head and stretch your legs. So make your knee comfortable. I'm doing this, maybe you want to do something else. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Then bring your knees to your chest. Hug your knees and roll a little bit side to side. Maybe you can rock your head side to side also if it's comfortable for your neck. And then place your feet down And once more, separate your feet as wide as the mat. And bring your arms over your head. And you're going to start to sway your knees side to side. So I'm doing what we call windshield wiper with our knees, with our legs. So you start to feel that when you go to one side, you're really shifting to that hip, that same hip. And see how it is, see how it feels in your back, in your hips. And if you want to go a little bit further, you can really roll. Let's say I'm going to sway my knees to the right and sway all the way to your right hip. So turn over your right hip. And now your left arm is above your ear and stay here. So you're getting a little side stretch here on the left side. And then come back to center. Again, sway before we go to the other side. Sway side to side, very soft. And bring your knees to your left. And same thing here, just come onto your left hip. Your right arm is along your ear. You feel the good lengthening on the right side of the body. Slowly come back, and let's just to finish this flow, just let's sway our knees side to side. Come back to center, release your arms along your sides, bring your feet closer in, your knees are still bent. You're going to take your towel, this is when you need the towel, and bring the right knee towards you, place the towel around the foot, so the ball of the foot, and extend the leg up to the ceiling. Your left knee can be bent, and actually you can even bring it further away, but still a little bit bent, the left knee. Your foot can be flat on the floor, or if you feel really comfortable to have your left leg straight, you can try that. But you may feel tightness in the hamstring. You may also feel your lower back lifting away from the floor. You want to try to keep your mid-back, lower back anchored. So try to keep your left foot flat on the floor, your left knee a bit bent. Okay, so now a little slight bend into the right knee, the right leg. And I love doing that. So you're going to massage your foot with the towel. So doing some little friction. That should feel good. I love this. Then come back, just come to stillness. And let's play with our feet. So flex, this is your position here. You're going to flex your foot, your toes are turning in, down towards you, towards your face. And yet you push the foot into the towel and you push the towel into the foot. So this dance of yes and no, like your foot is saying no and your towel is saying yes. So maybe the opposite. I don't know what they're saying exactly, but you get the idea how you need to do the opposite what the towel is doing with the foot. Good. And then here, point your toes. Keep that resistance in the towel and flex. Point again. Flex. Circle the ankle, so really resist with the towel. Imagine that you're circling your foot into sand, so it will be very difficult to do. And reverse the direction. And flex the foot again. Place your right hand in the towel, left hand on your left hip bone. Inhale. When you exhale, flex the foot a little bit more. Turn your toes out, your right toes out, and then bring your leg a little bit to the right. We're not going to go too far. If you want to go, but you don't want to have your left hip coming off the floor. So you're not going to go too far. I'm trying to say that the leg is not gonna go all the way to the floor. Try to keep your left knee up. And then keep pushing the foot into the towel. Bring the leg back to the center. Switch hand. Right hand can be by your side or more of a T shape. And then draw the leg to the left now. So again, we're not going too far. I just want you to feel those nice waking up of the outer hip, outer thigh. Remember, your right knee can be bent if this is too much. Slowly bring the leg back to center. You're going to bring your left knee in, left foot inside the towel, and release the right foot down. So you have the foot pretty much the same way you had on the other side. So my right foot stays flat, my knee is a little bit bent. Okay. Left knee can stay bent also. Flex the foot a bit, and then start to do some little friction with the towel. Going towards the heel of the foot, sole of the foot, ball of the foot. So come back, just your towel is at the sole of the foot, the mid section of the foot. Okay. And then flex the foot a bit more. So you want to feel your heel lifting up and your toes going down. Again, your left knee can be bent a bit. And then create that opposition between the towel and the foot. So push the foot into the towel and press. Use your hands a bit and press your hand. Press the towel into the foot. Feel that. Good. Try to keep that same resistance in the towel. Point your foot. So you're pointing your toes like a ballet dancer. And then flex. So your toes going towards your nose. Make sure you press your mid back to the floor. Point again. And flex. And slowly circle the ankles. So remember, you're moving, creating that resistance in the towel so you cannot move fast. Reverse the direction. Come back to center. So foot is flexed. Create again that tension between the towel and the foot. Place the towel in your left hand. Right hand to your hip bone. You want to make sure your leg, your right hip doesn't move here. Inhale. Exhale, bring the leg a little bit, the left leg a little bit to your left. So if you start to feel your right hip moving, you probably went too far. Keep flexing the foot. Create that resistance. Breathe. Slowly bring a foot back up. Switch hand. Left hand by your side, more of a T shape. And then bring the leg to flex the foot still and bring the leg a little bit to the right. Again, we're not going to twist. We're not going all the way down. We're just rolling a little bit onto the right hip. The left hip is a tiny bit off the floor. We just want to feel. We're talking about the IT band. We're talking about the greater trochanter muscles that are right below the hip, the outer hip. And slowly bring the leg back up. Now to finish that, bring the other knee in. Place the foot into the towel. And now we're going to just to finish that, we're going to massage our feet with the towel at the same time. Maybe all the way to your toes, if you can. So we go all the way to your toes. So this is a way we can remove the towel out of our feet. Move the towel aside. Bend your knees. Place your feet down. And just feel. Feel your legs, feel your feet. You can even extend your legs straight. Notice how it feels even all the way to your spine, to your hips. So this is a nice way to wake up our feet and our legs.